I should have overnighted it to us. So, you know, it definitely was a blessing. Everybody helped us out.
How's it feel, family? You guys are $1 million winners. Come on in. Come on in. How's it feel?
It feels great, man. I'm so proud of my dad, man. This is well-deserved. I'm speechless. All I can do is just thank God, man. If it wasn't for God, we wouldn't be here. And everybody, just make sure you guys all get ready, man. Tell you it's the end of times, man, and it's coming. And just make sure everybody gets ready, man. All I can do is just thank God.
I know this is definitely an emotional time for you guys. All I can say is just congratulations. Yeah, let it all out, man.
Yeah, I want to tell everybody, you know what I mean? I'm here because of God. I didn't win this race because of me. He put me in this situation. But first, he's the one I thank first. But I like to thank a couple people first. I like to thank Bill Frederick from Elite and Larry. Bill's the brains behind this car. He didn't just build a chassis, he helped me with everything else, the little tricks and stuff that we got with the car. Bill we basically call him Doc from Back to the Future. He comes up with some good stuff and we put it on the car. You know, I like to thank my buddy Damon Hurley. He's a buddy of mine. He helps me out at home. Rich Schreiner, he helps me out, you know, and if I forgot anybody, I don't know. I'd like to thank Rob, wherever he's at, my boss. He lets me off anytime I want for drag racing. You know, he know that I work to live. I don't live to work, so, but it's all good. But the reason why I'm here, because God wants everybody to know he's on his way back. You might have heard me before, but I'm going to tell you again to re-reiterate what's going on here. He's coming back real soon, so everybody got to get ready. And the thing of it is, sometimes we don't think about what we do. But what I want to say is, at the end when God come back, it's called the rapture. I said it before. He's going to rapture the people out of here, and people are going to be left behind. You don't want to be left behind because you can't make it. If you can't make it now, it's going to be hard to make it after you left behind. So you know what I mean? So that's what I'm trying to tell you guys, man. Get yourself right with God. You know, because he's coming back soon. The Bible is fulfilling itself, you know. And for whatever reason, some people not going to like what I'm about to say, but it doesn't matter. Somebody need to hear it. When you are born, when the doctor and you come out, you're either male or female. He don't say you got a choice. You don't have a choice what to be, you know, because you got people to come out that say they want to be gay. No, you're not gay. That's a choice to be gay. And if people say, oh, I want to be born, I was born that way. Well, you know what? You need to be born again. That's giving your life to Jesus Christ, knowing that he died for your sins. Because at the end of the day, we got to get right. And whoever this is for out there, God bless you. That's all I got to say.
Amen. I have to follow that. Man, not only a good drag racer, you're a pastor. Congratulations to you and your family. Trav, you did an awesome job, man. I've been seeing you guys plug away at it. I've seen you at my events. This thing, didn't it?
Yeah, broken down. Yeah.
It's like with all the power it is, but I guess all the hard work is paid off.
And I want to give a shout out to Kyle for throwing a good race. And one more. That's Scott over at FTI. The transmission broke. The man turned my transmission around left in a week. I sent it to Florida and he sent it back to me. Scott, appreciate you. Thank you so much.
Oh, I forgot to thank God. Travis did enough though, but we can, I guess we can get to taking some pictures, man. Awesome job, Trav. Oh, one other thing. The 2 SFG million winners have been from New Jersey, Cisco and you. So I guess it's a thing with
We were bound to grow those little weeds. speak with clarity. 'Cause there's too much noise around us. Or maybe it's just me. There's treasure in the sea, yeah, but I'm just too dry to reach it. So speak sincerely, huh? 'Cause I'm still waiting, yeah, for you to come around and save me. Will you stay with me? I'm lost here in America. Will you stay with me now? 'Cause I'm lost here in America. Stay with me. I'm lost here in America. Stay with me now. 'Cause I'm lost here in America. So I crawl to the underground. Do you find it hard to breathe? 'Cause there's too much dust in the air, and we can't reverse the wheel. 'Cause I found when I've searched around lately, the world seems to be the same. There's only room for the privileged and sacred, yeah. And the ones who praise them. Will you stay with me?
Dustin Wirtz, congratulations, man. You are the runner-up. How's it feel, buddy?
Oh man, I really been dreaming about being in a final of $1 million. I mean, ever since I was a little kid, you know, grew up out at the racetrack. So, I mean, I don't know. I still can't believe it. I don't have much to say about it. Honestly, it's we've had a lot of bad luck, and it's pretty emotional for me, you know, because my dad last year at this track, he had a heart attack, and he died in the ambulance. So, and we were even debating about coming back and I told Dad, I said, you know, we can't back down. You know, our luck's got to change soon. So, I mean, it's just been a long road. So I'm really happy about it. Really thankful. I got a few lucky rounds, and I was good when I needed to be, and final was really close, and just scrubbed a little too much at the finish line, but it was really awesome to be here. So, and want to thank Kyle for these races. I mean, he's changed the bracket, in my opinion, and it's really awesome, man. So, yeah.
And as like that, for the second day in a row, the jackpot winner comes all the way to the finals. You went from making nothing to something, and your dream come true of being in $1 million final. How was it like in the finals against Travis last year?
Man, I was really just trying to keep my composure. You know, this is the biggest race I've been in the final of, and just trying to tell myself, you know, it's just race it like you would back home, you know, just in a small race. Just take a deep breath and just go down there, stage it up, don't even think about it. So it was pretty awesome, and congratulations to Travis too. He laid down a really good run. So
Definitely got to be one of the most nerve-wracking final rounds when you're sitting in $1 million with a shot being called $1 million man. Is anybody else you'd like to thank?
yeah, I'd like to thank Rhino Rush. That's my biggest sponsor. And I'd like to thank my dad and my family. I couldn't do this without my dad. So I couldn't do this without my dad. He keeps these cars maintained and consistent, and I help him, but he does a really good job at it. And I'd like to thank Oakley Motorsports. They build all of our engines. I'd also like to thank A1 Performance and Transmissions up in Washington, Book Carburetors, and Nazir Enterprises.
He got all the way down to the final round and made a really good payday. Dad, what you got to say about it?
Well, I'm just super proud of him. He kept his composure today, and he hasn't driven this car in a while. You know, and we debated on whether to even jump in the million. Yesterday we exploded the motor, nitrous explosion in his dragster. You know, it's $40,000 motor, and we're like, let's just go get, you know, clean up our tab and get out of here. You know, and then we sat and thought about it, talked to Kyle a little bit, and, you know, and made a decision to go ahead and hop in this thing. And I told Dustin, I said, I can't seem to win around. I've been 00, and I can't turn on a win light. Let's put you in there and let's go run this thing. And we actually just bought one entry. And then this morning decided to go ahead and double up, and it worked out for the best, you know, and we were kind of heartbroken, you know, and didn't turn that win light on, you know, earlier today. And then Dustin said, you know what, Dad, I'm going to go down there and throw my name in the hat for that jackpot drawing and see how it goes. And I said, yeah, what's another $500? You know, we're racing for this much money. I mean, $500 is nothing, right? So ended up working out really good. You know, he got drawn, and when he got drawn, I felt really good, you know, that he was going to do something, you know, and I tried to coach him a little bit every round, but he doesn't like that. So I try to just let him do his thing. And, you know, in the final round, you know, he wanted to put that 20 on it, and I said, no, put a 19 on it and drive that thing to the stripe. Close your eyes. So, but anyway, congratulations, Travis. You did a hell of a job today, too. So.
Well, all I can say is everything happens for a reason. It was a great decision for you to be here, and a great decision for you to enter in the race, and a great decision for you to get into the jackpot. All thanks to God, it's a reason why you're here.
Yeah, I would have liked for him to tell his story from last year. Like, we had a talk when he had the heart attack, and he shared the experience with me. You mind sharing it with them?
Yeah. Yeah, so I think we were setting third or fourth round last year, and I was driving this Roadster, and came down in the lanes, and I was not feeling real good, you know. I thought I had indigestion or something, you know, and so I was kind of flexing my chest and trying to, you know, get whatever was going on cleared up. And I went over and sat down on the golf cart. You know, Dustin was down here coaching me and stuff, and I didn't say anything to him, you know, and I should have. And not a smart move. But anyway, I went over and checked the tires on the car because they were getting ready to pull us out, and the pain went away. So I thought, oh, it was indigestion or something, you know, kind of weird, you know, but it was a pain I've never felt before. My arms were numb and hurting really bad, but it all went away. It was like a breath of fresh air. So I pulled it in the water box, and it came back. And I could barely grip the steering wheel, but I thought, I'm going to give it a run and see what happens. I didn't know I was having a heart attack. And I ended up turning the wind light on there and got my ET slip, and I was hauling ass through the pits because I knew something was wrong. I was sweating really bad. But anyway, told Dustin, I said, get the paramedics, something's wrong. And they came over and tracked paramedics, you know, thank God they're here. And they checked me out, and they told Dustin, get him to the hospital, he's having a heart attack. The last thing I remember saying was, no, call an ambulance, I'm not gonna make it. And so anyway, the ambulance finally gets here and takes me off to the hospital, and 2 minutes into the ambulance, I died, and they had to paddle me back to life. And
the song. I think it died, but if he wouldn't have got in the ambulance like 1 minute later, they told me he would have died. So it was.
yeah, probably wouldn't have come back. But the greatest part of the story is while I was out, I seen a light, you know, and I was in this hallway, and there was a entrance to the hallway up here to my right about 10 feet away, and I was like, what is going on? What's that light? You know, and I started walking towards it. And there was a voice coming out of that light that said, Tim, you need to go back. And I was like, what's going on? And it said it again, Tim, you need to go back. And then I heard voices behind me in this hallway telling me, come back with us, Tim, you need to get back over here. And so I got to tell you, I've been kind of on the fence about being a believer in God. Oh, yeah. Yeah, this is a crazy part of the story is my wife walked outside the motor home that morning, and there was a cross laying there on a little ring and another little pendant that said, "I love you." She picked it up and she walked into the trailer and she showed it to me and Dustin. She goes, "Look what I just found." And I said, "Well, that's amazing." And my wife's a big believer, you know. And so anyway, man, I tell you what, after that experience and seeing what I seen, and I remember it vividly, there's something out there, and I do believe now. You know, and he gave me another shot at coming back to life, and, you know, and in fact, today is the 30th, right? 1 year ago today was the heart attack. So I just now thought of that. It's my happy birthday again. But yeah, what an amazing ride it's been, you know, and I'm recovering well, and my doctor gave me a green light to go back drag racing, and I said, well, let's go. So we loaded the cars and headed out here to race with Kyle and all of you cool people. Yep, what a difference a day makes.
Faces wasn't smiling like this. They like, man, we tore up so much stuff. We're going to get out of here. They had 4 entries. They was like, well, pull 3 of them back. We're just going to do 1. Then this morning they thought about it, said we're going to double up, and it led to this. Yeah. Good job. Thanks for coming all the way from Idaho.
Yeah, thank you. Thanks, Kyle.
All right. Guess we can wrap it up. Say hello to my dad at home, because I know he's still up falling asleep watching us. But we'll be back home Sunday night, Monday morning.
All right. Come on now. We'll be back tomorrow for a $50,000 race, our last event of the weekend. It has been a really good weekend so far. We just crowned a $1 million winner, and we have one more $50,000 winner to crown. Let's hope the weather can stay away from us, and we'll get back to racing tomorrow. SFG round money on steroids, $500 round money starting 3rd round win. If you're not here, you're missing out on the big stage money. See ya.
Weldon, pumps, regulators, filters, fueling champions.
For more than a decade, FTI has strived to become the leader in the aftermarket performance transmission and converter industry. We've joined forces with McLeod Driveline Components under the leadership of Top Fuel Funny Car pilot Paul Lee, and now have a larger distribution network, more resources, and more power. Come see us in the pits and ask how you can join the FTI family. It's not cheating, it is the competitive edge.
Nobody beats Jegs.com. Choose from millions of name brand parts and support from experts who know and love cars. 24/7 for life. There's only one place to go. Jegs.com.
Dominate the strip or rule the street. S&W's USA-made competition and performance street components have been engineered, handcrafted, and proven to perform by racers for racers since 1959.
We
We drive people. We drive bracket racing. Because reliability, accuracy, and consistency is what goes round and wins races. An all-in-one solution tailored to your application. Walk the pits and you'll begin to see fuel tech everywhere.
Woohoo! Wow, what a day, what a winner's circle. Congratulations to Travis Laster Sr. and his victory over Dustin Wirtz. What an incredible winner's circle, huh? Also, congratulations to our junior winner, Andrew Dickin, his victory over Mia Meadow. All righty. Meadows. Okay. Also, congratulations to Kevin Pollard on Thursday, his victory over Donovan Williams. Then we also had, let's see, on Wednesday we had Wes May, his victory over Timothy Thomas, and Derek Denny, his in Supercom, his victory over Lauren Freer. And then we also had on Tuesday Donnie Burleson, his victory over Kenny Underwood. Now, tomorrow at 9 o'clock, we're going to begin with new entry time runs for the Fuel Tech 50K, the last event of the weekend. Yeah, get you a few winks of sleep, and we'll do the same. And we will see you tomorrow. Thank you to Kyle Riley at SFG for bringing us in. Yeah, he's the sole, or SFG is the sole sponsor for Motor Mania here at this event, and we would like to thank him for bringing us in and recognizing the value of what we bring